Hey guys, it's me Kiana and welcome back to my channel. It has finally happened. The day has come. I have finished Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. I read this last month in the month of August, like you would have seen on my August wrap up. I will leave that up in the eye. I loved this book. This book I bought back in October of 2018, literally around my birthday. I had gotten paid before I went to work. I went downstairs and I picked it up. So this is the exclusive Books A Million / Indigo copy. That is the fan art, you know, Minon, Braxis. The 13 is in the front. And then in the back is Rowan and Eileen, and then I believe this is Lorcan and Elide. But yes, guys, I have finally finished this. This book is a whopping 984 pages. It is almost an 1,000-page book, and it took me almost an entire month. I started this July 20-something, and I finished it like the middle of August. But I am proud to say I have physically read it. I tabbed this bad boy up, and so it's now time for my final Throne of Glass book talk, because I'm absolutely finished. For the way that I do my Throne of Glass book talks, I explain the tabbings of my books, I give my rating, my favorite character, my least favorite character, synopsis, my review, and then we end it. So let's go ahead and explain these bad boys. So what I do when I tab the books is I always just get like a little sticky note. I write what each color means, and then I just stick it in the book. So right here, I stick it here. Yellow is sarcasm, which is famous for. Pink is flirting / like love scenes. Light purple is world history. Dark purple is friendship moments. Orange is silliness history. Blue is sad moments. Green is fate info. And then red is quotes. For a while, like in the first 3 books, Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, and Hair of Fire, I had used red as for badass moments. But then for the later books, I was just like, I'm going to use this for quotes because it's more often. So you see my tabs, there's a lot of yellow and a lot of blue because this book fucking broke me. So my favorite characters in this book, I have a couple, goes to Eileen, Rowan, and Dorian. Why Eileen? If we all remember what has happened in the end of Empire of Storm, she is taken prisoner in that box that Maeve has lined her in, and she is in there for 2 months. And she just starts to break, like, she survived months of torture. Like, they literally broke the bones in her body so they can be rebuilt new. So, like, there will be no traces of the scars that she got in Endover, no scars of her training with, you know, the assassin master. I can never pronounce his name. But with him, they even broke her so much that the bite mark that was supposed to be her, her mating mark from Rowan is gone. Like, they completely broke her, and she survived it. Like, when you're reading the book in the beginning, as she's in there, like, she can't even talk because they have a mask of, like, it's completely iron all over her, and in her mind she's like, I will not yield, I will not yield. You know, Elena has her moments that she's annoying, she's tricky and all that shit, but at the end of the day, like, that, I love her for it. Rowan, because no matter what, like, yeah, he promised Eileen that he would protect Teresa and fight, but that's his mate, that's his wife, that's his queen. They ended up secretly getting married in Empire of Storms, if we remember that correctly. And he spent 2 months with Lorcan, Elide, and Gravel. I feel like that's how you pronounce his name, to go fight for her. And I love Rowan. And then Dorian is one of my favorite characters because throughout this entire thing, in the beginning he's with Manon in the 13. But then he's like, he said, we don't know where Aileen's at, so I'm going to do what I need to do. And he tricks both Maeve and Iran. And he ends up getting the 3rd key. That's my baby and all of that. And then, of course, my least favorite characters. Who fucking else? Iran and Maeve. They could both die. Which they did. But yeah, so this bad boy, because of how heavy it is, because of how thick it is, and it's still like the paper thin pages, is going to go right there. And we're going to go to the synopsis of the book and then my personal review. So this is the last book in the Throne of Glass series. We don't know if Sarah J. Maas is completely done with this world, or if she's going to do like sequels, spin-offs, whatever. But it's basically, we follow Aedion, Lysandra, Aileen, Rowan, Lorcan, Elide, Urine, Cheryl, Dorian, and Manon. Those are the chapters. Points of view every once in a while, like it switches back and forth. Like you have 2 chapters Aileen, 2 chapters Dorian, Manon, then it goes to Aiden, then Rowan, then Lorcan, and so on and so forth. And they're all on their separate duties to try first to get to Teresin, to find Elide, to find the 3rd word key. Like they're all on different missions. And I really enjoyed that we got multiple points of views. Like with the past couple of books, we would majority get Aileen's, which really was annoying because a lot of people were working their asses off to other points. So I like that we had the multiple points of view. And they're just on their way, you know, to do their shit, to do their part for the war. And it was, I cried like multiple times. I cried in this entire story. I cried in the beginning with Aileen's chapter that she's like having hallucinations of her mother next to her telling her, you are Aileen, you will not yield, you are strong, like you can get past this. I loved a lot of the friendship moments. I cried when Cheryl and Dorian finally saw each other again. I cried with Dorian and Aileen and Cheryl saw each other again. Like it was, I like that part that, you know, we were finally like we finally got the closure of Cheryl and Aileen, that Cheryl like was like, this is my wife, and you know, she's having my child, and Aileen like is genuinely happy for her, because if remember the end of Crown of Midnight when she was pissed at him for when Nahima died, it was the best. This book broke me. I had thought for a while, because of how long it was, I wasn't gonna rate it 5 out of 5 stars, which I did. That's my rating if I didn't mention it. I rated this a 5 out of 5 stars. And I thought for a while that I wasn't gonna rate it a 5 out of 5 stars because of how long it is. But we needed it that long because every moment played a crucial part. I cried when the 13 died. I cried for Manon and all of that. But yeah, this book is amazing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you one of my favorite quotes. I have a couple of red tabs in there, if you can see that. And I'm just going to share a couple with you guys. Oh, this is on page 82, and it's Dorian saying it to Manon, and he was like, if you want someone to warm your bed who cowers at your every word and obeys every command like elsewhere. Fucking love that one. Another would be on page 228, and it said, and it's Rowan, he's like, I care about more than I even care about you. No, it's Dorian saying that, and I love that, because you know, we all need that one person who gives a shit. Another is, no one's saying it, but it's like, so Rowan followed her, so he would follow her until his last breath and beyond it. And then lastly, this is from Hussar, and he said, and she was like, well, make this bitch pay for that too, won't we? There's so many good quotes, so many amazing moments in this book that I genuinely loved. I absolutely was in love with this book, and I am so sad. Like, when I was done reading it, I was sad. I was like, we're saying goodbye to these characters. I was like, we don't know when these characters are going to be together again in a new book, but you know, whenever we open Throne of Glass and decide to reread this entire world again, we'll meet them again. It took me forever to finally say I am done with the Throne of Glass series. In the beginning, I only got up to book 3, and then I never continued on, and then I reread the first 3 books 2 times before actually continuing on. And I think what pushed me to actually continue on is that I ended up tabbing every single one of the books. But yeah, that's it for my final Throne of Glass book talk, book review, whatever you want to call it. I'll be leaving here 2 videos. I honestly feel you guys should go check out. Don't forget that I post Mondays and Thursdays, and I'll be seeing you guys really soon with another video. Bye guys.